everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the Virtual Ninja Show. Surprise, surprise, I'm not Heike. My name is Javier Soriano. I'm a principal PM in the Microsoft Sentinel engineering team. I used to host my own show, the Microsoft Sentinel in the Field show. But today I'm here. You saw me probably in other episodes in the past. And today we're talking about optimizing your SOC threat coverage and data value. And for that, I have with me Michal Shechter. Hello, Michal. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Javier, for having me. So, hi, I'm Michal. I am from the engineering group for Sentinel and the Unified SOC Operations platform. And I am the product manager of a new experience, a new domain called SOC Optimization, which is an experience meant to help the SOC optimize their data ingestion, their coverage, their security controls. New experience in both products.
Fantastic. So, Michal, tell us about this new feature that we're building in Defender XDR and Sentinel. What it is about, how can it help customers in their day-to-day operations?
Would love to do that. So basically, we are introducing a new feature, a new experience in Sentinel and the XDR portal, where we help customers to take the best of both worlds. So our out-of-the-box security that we offer in XDR and Sentinel, along with the specific needs, specific threats, specific data ingestion, specific use cases of each customer and each organization. We, in this experience, bring them both together by looking at what our customers have like in their top of mind, which data they're ingesting, which detections they have, which rule templates they are using. And recommending, if there is a gap that we identify, recommending actions that those customers might want to consider to take in order to optimize their work and their SOC, their data ingestion, and their coverage.
Thanks. So let me see if I understood correctly. I'm going to put it in simple words for me and for the audience. So basically, I'm a customer. I'm ingesting some data sources, data types into my Sentinel environment, for example. And I want to be able to tell if I'm using that data in the best way possible, right? From a cost perspective, but also from a threat coverage perspective. Is that right?
Yes, exactly. Let's go from the value perspective first. So as a customer, you're ingesting all sorts of log sources. You do it over time. You have your considerations on how those log sources can give you value as an organization to detect and respond to threats. What we do in SOC optimization is basically surface to you whether there are logs that you're ingesting for security reasons, but actually you're not using them for detections. So you might not be using them for detections just because time has gone by or new templates have been written from our out-of-the-box security research, and you haven't had the chance to discover them yet. You might not be using them for detections because they're actually not usable for you for security reasons, but you're still ingesting them. And what we do in those cases, we first of all surface this to you. So please know that you have logs that you're not using for detections. We offer you, if those logs actually have security value, out-of-the-box templates that you can utilize immediately to start getting value from those data sources. We also give you options in case these logs don't have security value, meaning they actually don't have templates that we consider that are giving you security value, or they're not giving you security value as an organization. This way, we might suggest either changing the tier of the ingestion of those log sources, or maybe moving them to a non-Sentinel workspace if those are ingested for compliance reasons, but not for security investigation and detection, or maybe stop ingestion completely. Our main focus with this first type of recommendation is that you, as a customer, get the maximum value from the money you spend on ingestion and from those log sources.
This is huge, Michal, because so many times, right, customers come to us, they have started a deployment, they did a migration from a previous SIEM platform, and they started, migrating all the data sources, and then they realize after some time that they don't know how much they're ingesting. They don't know if they're using all the data types that they're ingesting. So this is huge help for these customers.
Exactly. We want to give that knowledge that we as Microsoft have about the way you use your data and about security to the tips of your finger as a SOC engineer or a SOC manager or data engineer. And this actually leads me to the second type of recommendation, because as we discuss value, this has to do, of course, with ROI, right? The return of investment, but it also has to do with coverage. So we would like also to tell you, look, for specific type of threats and attacks, you have a gap as well. You have detections or tactics, techniques, sub-techniques that are missing in order to be protected against those threats. Those, of course, might require log sources that you don't have. And we help you to increase and improve your coverage against those threats, again, with explaining the value you get. So it's not just those log sources, but actually include those detections, improve your coverage. And by the way, if you end up not using those log sources, we will let you know, because we have that first feature.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's so cool. That's so cool. I guess that in this first phase of this new feature of SOC optimization, we don't cover all the tactics and techniques from the MITRE framework, do we?
No. Basically, what we do is we take a threat approach here. So our amazing security researchers are busy all the time in investigating more attacks, more threats, and we would like to, and we do with this new feature, bring this knowledge to our customers. So this doesn't just stay with us. So we bring this, as I said, security knowledge, extensive security knowledge we have in Microsoft. But what we do in SOC optimization is we tell you your gap. So we're always very focused on what you need. We will see it soon on how exactly we surface it, but we're focused on your needs. Now, if a specific threat is no interest of you, by the way, you can just dismiss it and we will not show it again. So it's really up to you. And this can be either an immediate action of increasing coverage or a base for conversation, a conversation starter in your organization. Do we want to be protected against this threat? Is it important to us? Which log sources we have? What should we bring in? And we would like to both facilitate this conversation, but also really bring the knowledge from Microsoft Security to our customers in the product.
Super cool. I've seen this feature working before in the past few weeks, and it's super beautiful how it looks in the portal. So can we please, Michal, do a demo of this?
I am excited to show it. So here we are at the homepage of the Unified SIEM and XDR portal, so the Unified SOC Operation Platform. And you can find SOC optimization right here on the left side in the navigation menu. When we click SOC optimization, we get to the experience itself. I should mention that this is also backed by an API, but we will be looking at the experience right now. So in SOC optimization, we can see a few top metrics about which data you have already optimized, your ingested data in the workspace overall, the status of your optimization, so how many you have active, how many you've completed, just to know where you are. And here we can see the cards with the optimizations. Now, we've mentioned two types of recommendations. One is around the value from the data you as a customer are ingesting, and the other one is around your threat-based coverage. So I will do a quick demo on both. So here on the left, we have a card that says there is a low usage of a certain table. So here it's AAD, Service Principal Signing Logs. It can be any table that you are not, as a customer, are not already using or not using for detections. Low usage, by the way, means you're not using it for detections. You might not be using it at all. We, of course, will let you know in the card. Now, if we look at the full details, we can see here basically that we've observed there are no analyticals or detections using this table for the last 30 days. We also let you know what is the size of that table, so you can actually know the size and the price of the data that you're not currently using. Now, this can be a table with a lot of volume, which costs a lot of money, but it can also be a small table that is not being used but still ingested. Here we basically have two suggestions. So first of all, we suggest for you to enhance the protection by adding analytic rules that utilize this table. This basically means we as Microsoft think that this table has security value, and we have written out of the box content or analytic rule templates for this table. We will see how this reflects in a second. Our second suggestion would actually be, look, if you have gone to the Content Hub, as we will do in a second, and you've seen that those analytic rules, those detections will not serve you for your security purposes and for your coverage, or you wouldn't like to write your own detections on this table, we tell you that, look, you can also change the tier, change the plan for this table, and actually move it to basic logs. This way, you will be saving money. You will still be ingesting this table if you will need it for other compliance or investigation reasons, but you will not be using it for analytics purposes. So if we click the Go to Content Hub here, basically what you will see is the analytic rules, out of the box analytic rules templates that are using this table. You can see that there are two of those. One of them is actually installed. So one of them was maybe planned to be used in the past, but it was not configured and is currently not being used. We have a full integration here. You can configure the analytic rule right from the screen, open the analytic wizard, go through the entire process, and then come back.
Michal, one question. I see that when you switched, when you clicked into the recommendation,
Yes.
it moved to Microsoft Sentinel, right? Is this coming from the Content Hub, from the Sentinel Content Hub?
Yes, thank you, Javier. Yes, this is the Content Hub experience. It is actually integrated into the unified portal. If you are using this feature in Sentinel, you will have the same experience.
Oh, okay. So I can use the same feature?
Yes.
I can use the same feature in the Azure portal where
Yeah.
Sentinel used to be,
Exactly.
right?
If you're watching us now and you're using Sentinel, you can still see those same cards with the same integration with Content Hub. Everything will be very familiar and seamless, so don't worry.
Very good.
Once you have gone through this process here, you can go back to SOC optimization. By the way, you can mark this a recommendation as completed because maybe you have acted on it and actually installed the detections. But we will also be able to identify this automatically. So no worries.
One more question, Michal. I saw that the recommendation said that we have observed that there were no analytic rules in the table for 30 days. Is that always the threshold, 30 days, what we look at?
Yes, it's a threshold of 30 days. We do make sure that we don't surface this recommendation like on the first day when you start ingesting a log source. So we will give it about 2 weeks, and then we will surface it. But in no way will you not be using this log source for months, and you will not know about it. This is very, very, very important to us.
And by the way, we don't only look at detections, but we also look at queries, right? If you query that table, we provide a different type of recommendation, correct?
Exactly. Low usage, that it says here low usage, it means you're using this table, for example, for queries, maybe for workbooks, maybe through the Log Analytics API, but you're not using it specifically for detections. If the card will say no usage, it means you're actually not using it at all.
Got it.
So it's very important for us that you will know what type of usage you have on this table and make your decisions accordingly. The other type of recommendation that we have talked about is around coverage or threat-based coverage. So I will scroll down here and show an example around human-operated ransomware. So here, the card on the right shows that we discovered that you, as a customer, can improve your coverage against human-operated ransomware. When you click View Full Details, you can actually see here your current coverage, which is in this light blue. In terms of MITRE tactics, we will see the techniques in a moment. And we propose to you analytic rules that you can add to your environment that will improve your coverage against this specific attack. This is shown by this light purple surface on the spider map. So you can see your current coverage. You can see the suggested coverage as Microsoft security researchers have investigated and recommend. And you can make the decision. Where would you like to be in your coverage? Now, of course, tactics are not enough. So if you click here, you can also see the techniques.
Oh, how cool is that? I didn't know you could see this detail. That's awesome.
And actually, we're also working on sub-techniques. So it will be very specific as time progresses. Mm-hmm. And again, here we have the same integration with the Content Hub. Like before, you can go to Content Hub. You will see the list of analytic rules. Some of them require log sources you might not have and want to consider to bring in for this specific value. And your coverage against this threat is improved. We currently have a few threats already in place, as you can see, AITM, back financial fraud, etc., and we will increase the variety of those threats over time.
So not only it suggests me new analytic rules to increase my coverage, but also new data sources that I might benefit from if I ingest them into the service, right?
Exactly, and those data sources are very coupled with the detections. So these are log sources that you might need for detections. Going forward, if you have our XDR products such as EDR or like MDE and MDI and so on, we will also add this coverage here as well.
Awesome, Michal. Great demo. So can you tell us how can customers experience this new feature today?
Yes, of course. So if you're part of our new unified portal of SIEM and XDR, then this feature is available to you when you onboard this new portal. And if you're a Sentinel customer, then this feature will be released to public preview in a few weeks. So you will be able to experience and of course, let us know what you think and how much value did it bring to you.
Fantastic. And Michal, can you tell us a little bit more about future plans? Like, are we going to be adding new types of recommendations into the SOC optimization engine? Tell us about that.
Yes, of course, Javier. Thank you for asking. So we plan for this platform to help the SOC optimize all their security controls, data utilization, coverage, MTTR, SOC efficiency. We have big plans for this feature as a main hub, as an experience that will help each customer basically combine, as I said, the power of the out-of-the-box security from Microsoft and their own needs. So we are already working on a very exciting new feature that will show insights from aggregated data of customers from the same industry, same sector as you. Of course, no PII is being used. And this will help us tell you as a customer which other log sources you might want to bring in. Of course, these are only log sources provided by Microsoft as out of the box. And we will show you not only the log sources, but like we said already, the value you will be getting from it. So how you can improve your coverage, and also the time it takes you to get maximum value and maximum coverage from this platform. We are also working, as I said, on having sub-techniques inside the coverage recommendations. And this is only the second step of the beginning. Wow. We have big plans, and we are very, very thrilled and looking forward to hear from our customers what would they like to see in such a platform that will help them improve and optimize the work of their SOC.
Can we zoom in a bit on that feature that you mentioned about similar customers?
Yes, we will look at aggregated data from customers across your sector and industry and other similarities. And we will let you know which data sources, again, out-of-the-box data connectors, we believe will give you more coverage. These are probably things that maybe over time you as a customer would have also discovered and ingested, and we would like to make this process much quicker, more optimized to your organization, and to show you the value you can get from it in terms of coverage. very exciting, very innovative. So, yeah.
Indeed. Awesome, Michal. So thank you so much for coming to the show and presenting to us this new exciting feature. And looking forward to having you back in the show with more news in a few months. Thank you. Thank you all.